Hello there, all you bitches and bozos. Welcome to... That's a great way to start a video, just offend everybody. Hello there, everyone. My name is Zero, and welcome to a Gen 2 tier list. This is like the first video I'm recording this year. I wanted to do something that I did not have to put effort into. That's not fair. That's not fair. Tier list of fun. I like doing them every once in a while, but not the most mentally taxing thing on the planet. But I wanted to do Gen 2, mostly because this is basically my favorite Pokemon generation, quite frankly. We got a ton of classics in this one. It'll be real fun. We'll get into it. I want to do every generation. That's something I kind of wanted to do. And I thought the Gen 1 was fun, even though it was too many boring Pokemon from that generation. Oh my god. That got really boring towards the end. But yeah, I want to get into this one. This is, like I said, my favorite generation. I'll probably take kind of a break, a couple weeks, do Gen 3, and then probably immediately do Gen 4. That's my other favorite generation. Or, like, they're kind of tied. I don't know. You decide for me. I don't want to. Just post in the comments which one is my favorite generation. Chikorita. It's cute. Like, all the starters from the first two, most of the starters are actually really good. Like, I don't think there is a particularly boring, like, first stage starter. I think Chikorita's alright. What the fuck even? It's a goddamn pear with a leaf. I don't know. Is it based on the Mandrake? I kind of doubt it. Doesn't really look like it. I think B. I think this whole line could actually be in B. Yeah, actually, I'm okay with that. Bayleaf, and actually, I like Bayleaf the best out of all of them, and I don't know why. Bayleaf is an A, and then my Ganium goes down to a B. Feckin' Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil's an S, and I will not... No one will argue with me, no one will do anything. I will not hear it. This is the hill I will die on. Quilava, I don't like it as much. I don't think it's bad. I think the lowest it can go is like a B. I don't think it's a C. It's got a little bit of like middle stage syndrome. Not as bad as some of the other ones, but I'm gonna go A. I'm just gonna go A. Bayleaf is actually a rare case of being like one of the best designed Pokemon in its line. Even though it's the middle stage, which typically are meh. Alright, Typhlosion. Typhlosion is... The Cyndaquil line is probably my favorite line of starters, honestly. That and, Rowlet. I fucking love Rowlet. I love Totodile. Totodile has to be an A. Like, it looks so jolly. It's a relatively simple design, but it very much gives across, like, this thing is always fucking happy, and it will bite you. That's its whole deal. It's a little ball of joy and teeth. Croconaw. Oh, God. Like, what the fuck even is this? This is a hot mess. This right here. Fuck. I actually really love, for Alligator. Honestly, probably my favorite, water starter, I think. Sentret. Sentret's just kind of a rodent. It's not the next one, but... C or B tier. Could go either way. B tier's fine. Verdus and S tier, and I don't need to argue that. Everyone lives for it. Hoot Hoot. I love owls. I do not like Hoot Hoot that much. Like, Hoot Hoot is a lower tier owl Pokemon. We don't have that many. Which way, Game Freak, seriously, more owl Pokemon? Please. Whole game of just 150 owl Pokemon. I'm the only person who will play it, but it's... it's a C. It's a C. Noctowl. I like Noctowl. Noctowl is a good owl Pokemon. Much better than its Prevo. Ladybug, it's kind of hard to tell what it is. Like, it has the body plan of a ladybug. Unless you can see its back, you cannot tell what this fucking thing is at all. Kind of looks like a Muppet. It has like a Muppety mouth. Yeah, this is the first D tier. Lydian, it's like a Sentai ladybug. I said Sentai. For all of you listening at home and thought you misheard me. Yeah, it's just like a fucking Power Rangers ass ladybug. I'm gonna go B. It's not bad. Spinarak, like, I think it's better than Ladybug, but not by much. It's like a C. Ariados is cool. It's got an awful color palette though. Like, the red and yellow would work fine together, but like, God, there could have been so much better done with that one. Or even make its legs and like spinies black, and that would have worked better. The like yellow and like purple just kind of make it a hot mess. Mo fucking Crobat, that goes in S tier. Nope. Well, hear nothing. Crobat is great. It's my favorite poison type, I think. And goes in S tier. And I will take no shit. Chinchou. It's cute. It's kind of in the genre of Pokemon of what the fuck is this thing? Like, it's definitely cute, but what is it? Like, Lantern gets its design across a lot better. Still very boring, though. Like, there's not much going on. Color palette's fine. Like, blue and yellow look really good together. They're complementary colors, but I think both of them are comfortably in C. It's a Rat Jr. Fucking Pichu. It's cute, but it's really forgettable. Especially as the evolution of the baby evolution of the mascot of the entire franchise. It's kind of meh. Like, Clefable. I actually really like this one. It has a whole, like, star motif and has a really distinct silhouette. As far as, like, the Gen 2 baby Pokemon, I think this one might actually be the best one. Does it deserve an A tier, though? I think it deserves a B. It doesn't deserve an A. Igglybuff is... yeah. I think it's enough. It's not that... it doesn't even look like the rest of its line. Like, this could have been the start of an entirely new, like, 3-stage line, and no one would have questioned it. Looks nothing like Jigglypuff. Togepi. Togepi has to be an A. Togetic is... it's not great. I think it's a B. I think Togetic is B. Natu and Xatu. I actually really love these things. Very interesting. I think they would have done better in, like... I think they're kind of in the wrong region. They don't fit the, like, flavor, but this was really, really early on before, like, especially Gen 9, which is so specifically everything is British. I think I would put them in A, personally. Ooh, the Mareep line. Yeah, A for Mareep. Flaffy is good. It has some middle stage syndrome, and I think it's... the three... okay, this generation has a distinct problem, I'm noticing. That the color palettes are fucking awful. Like, Gen 1, very consistent color palettes. What the fuck happened with this one? Like, you have Ariados and its weird purple legs that don't really go with the rest of it, and you have the Mareep line, which starts... like, very yellow. Like, its primary color is yellow, even though it has... it does have a lot of blue, but Flaffy turns pink, and then it turns back to yellow as its primary color. Like, these two work so well together. Flaffy kind of looks out of place. It's B. And Ampharos is an S tier. And so is Mega Ampharos. I love its Super Saiyan 3 hair. Blossom, it's not a bad Pokemon. It has a distinct silhouette. It has one of the best color palettes in this generation, I think. But as a split, and I really love the, like, split evolution lines, and I think we should do more of them. You kind of have that with, like, the regional variants, but I don't know, this one just kind of... it got kind of lost, especially when the Oddish line is very popular. I think this one kind of got lost into it. I think it's a B. It's not a bad design at all, but it is a little forgettable. Meryl and a Sumerel. It's a blue mouse. Like, nothing about them are particularly watery. They don't have any interesting roots or anything. They're kind of forgettable as far as Pokemon go. Both of them kind of fit comfortably in C. Swidowoodo. I actually really like Swidowoodo. Is it an A or B, though? Alright, let's look at this in a way that makes some sense. Alright, it has a distinct silhouette. It's pretty clear what it is. Like, it's tree-ish. I want to put an A. I just like it. Politoed. I want to like this. Other than the swirl, you can't tell what line it's from. And why does it look like a fucking baby? I honestly kind of hate this thing. Like, I'm putting an F. Oh, good. Another Gen 3 Nightmare color palette. Very inconsistent color palette on the whole Jumpluff line. Like, Hoppin', it's adorable, except for its fucking eyes. Why are its eyes yellow? It makes it look like they're glowing, and that's kind of terrifying. Like, you see these things fucking floating in the air, and, like, they have glowing yellow eyes. It's like, you're getting the fuck out of there. You're not sticking around to find out what the hell that is. Like, it's not awful. And it's another one in the exact genre of, what the fuck is this thing? I'm gonna have to put in D. Skip Loom, I think it's also a D. Jump Love is the best one from this line. So, I'm gonna put it in C. I think it's better than the rest of them. Apom, it's cute. It's an A tier. Easy A tier. Sunkern and Sunflora. I fucking hate Sunkern. I don't know if it's just because when fucking Soul Silver and Heart Gold came out that I just used them to level ups, and I saw them so goddamn much because they're everywhere in those games. But I fucking hate them. I hate their weird, like, shiny eyes. They look like the first. They look like first stage, like Digimon. They have that kind of same lump vibe, if that makes sense. I don't know enough about Digimon, but I would kind of like to do a tier list. Maybe that's for a future video. I don't know. I like Sunflora. I think it has a nice vibe. I don't think it's incredible. I don't think it breaks the, like, top 3 tiers at all. Yanma? Yeah. It's B. It's a comfortable B. Wooper is an A tier. It's so fucking cute. It is also kind of in the what the fuck is this thing until you find out that it's an axolotl. Which, horrible color palette, by the way. Purple and blue. I mean, I know the, like, Game Boy Color was extremely limited and what it could do, but Quagsire, this specific sprite is not doing this Pokemon any favors. I also think this Quagsire with the better sprites is also an A. Umbreon and Espeon are two of my favorite evolutions, so they're going in S. I fucking love Murkrow. I love its, like, dumb, like, witch's hat and gangster vibe. For me, it's either A or S tier. Yeah, I'll put an A. I don't think it's quite S. I also really fucking love Slowking. Like, this is such a good evolution. It's a little weird, and it's a bit more of a stretch than some of the other ones. But this is such a good evolution to that line. Misdreavus, also a favorite of mine. I love ghost-type Pokemon, man. Like, this and its evolution are some of my favorites. Unknown were really cool when they came out, but have become super ubiquitous and annoying. Not annoying, boring. They're kind of just seen them over and over again. And then Gen 4 added the, like, question and exclamation mark. Yeah. I'd say B. Like, when you look into them, they're really interesting. They've just kind of become a little boring. Fucking hell. How the fuck am I gonna put Wobbuffet? Wobbuffet's in an interesting place where I don't know if I fucking hate this thing or absolutely love it. I mean, it's a gimmick. I don't really touch into competitive Pokemon at all. I think this has to go C. I don't know anywhere else to put it. Like, this thing is so... It's in the category of what the fuck is this thing again? And that's kind of what the C type has been a little bit, but... Girafarig? Like, it's okay. I thought it was super interesting when it came out. I think it's another C. No, it's a B. I like it a little bit more. Pineco. It's weird. Like, it's not a bad Pokemon at all. I actually quite like Pineco. It's a pinecone with eyes which explodes. I like it, so I'm gonna put it in B. And fucking... God, this is such a fucking awful... Goddamn evolution. Like, holy fuck. These don't look anything alike at all. They don't have the same color palette. There is no, like, design through line. And it's ugly as fuck. Looks like that new whale Pokemon. Like, what the fuck is its name? I don't know. Not a fan. Not a fan of Fortress. Is that it? Okay, Dunsparce is super, like, what the fuck is this thing, unless you know that it's a Tsuchinoko, which is, like, a Japanese cryptid. If you've not heard about it, look it up. Super interesting, actually. It's a C. It's ugly. It has a decent color palette. Like, it's not... It's the wrong shade of, like, cyan and yellow. If the yellow was a little bit more desaturated, I think it would work better. And maybe make it a little bit more snake-like, because it's kind of confusing looking. It looks like it doesn't want to be alive, if that makes sense. Gligar. I'm not huge on Gligar. I like Gliscor so much better. It's a D. It's a D. Steelix is an S tier. Like, no question to ask. Iconic Pokemon, fucking... good one. I think that was on my team for Gen 2, I believe. I think I had two, yeah, I think I had two, like, steel types. Oh, this is the first one with steel types, that's right. I don't know exactly how I feel about Mega Steelix, and this sprite is not exactly doing too much justice to it. Like, it has diamond... I think it's cool. If you see it in games, it's really cool. So I think maybe S tier as well. Alright, don't judge me, but I kind of love Snubbull and Granbull. And I don't think they're incredible. Like, they're very pug-fugly, quite frankly. I'll put them in B. They're not A tier. I don't know why I'm putting them in Porcupine Co. Get over there and stay. Yeah, I kind of love them. I'm not gonna lie. Quillfish. This fucker is just super forgettable. Like, yeah, it's an F tier. Scizor is definitely an S tier. I fucking love this thing. Another Pokemon that was on my team in Gen 2. Or the Gen 2 remakes. It's honestly a great evolution to Scyther. They have enough of a design similarity to be not too out of place, although their color palettes are fucking totally different. They have no, like... I don't think Mega Scizor is that bad. But it kind of dropped the plot a little bit. I think it's a B, honestly. I mean, it's not awful. It's too much, if that makes sense. Alright. I fucking love Shuckle, and I have no reason for this. I just really like Shuckle. It is another, like, what the fuck is this thing, but... It has derp energy. Like, it has, like Diglett derp energy, and I quite like it. Heracross, fucking love Heracross. Another, like, Pokemon that was on my team for that specific game. I don't think it's an S tier. Maybe A or B. I could see it going all the way down to B, honestly. I'm gonna put an A. Got Mega Heracross. I get it. It's a beetle. Like, I get it. But you didn't have to do Heracross that dirty. Like, look at this fucking thing. Look at this fucking thing. Sneasel. Love Sneasel. Sneasel is the easy S tier for me. Teddiursa and Ursaring, easy A tiers for me. Like, honestly. Fucking great Pokemon. Great designs, too. Like, Teddy Bear to Big Scary Bear. Good design. Decent silhouettes. Honestly, they have pretty... you can tell that they're related, because they have the, like, whole moon motif, and they have color palettes that work together and don't kind of conflict at all. Honestly, both of them are really good. Good evolution line. Slugma and Magcargo. They're very creative. Like a lava slug is an interesting idea. Is it particularly well executed? It's debatable. I think they're C. Swinub, think Swinub and Piloswine are decent B tiers. Like, they're not offensive. Honestly, actually, they can go down to C. Like, you can basically tell what they are, but they're kind of, like, Swinub's just a lump. Actually, I think Piloswine is a B tier. Yeah, it's a mammoth pig. Like, you know what it is, even though it's pretty featureless, actually. Corsola, it's a D tier. It's not offensive, but it's kind of nothing. It's a fill Pokemon. I think the Galarian version is so much better, and then fucking Corsola is awesome. Like, they did so much better with that concept. And I think that's actually a good thing about, like, the regional variants. They can take some of the more boring and filler Pokemon and kind of, add actual, like, character and flavor to it. Remoraid. I kind of think Remoraid's enough. Like, it's a fish. And that's it. And sometimes hanging out with Mantine. And yeah, that's about it. And it fucking evolves into an octopus? Like, what the hell? Octillery is honestly pretty good. I would say I like it a fair bit. I don't think it's it can be above, like, B. Controversial opinion, I don't like Delibird. I think the concept is too weird, and it looks like it belongs in kind of a different game. Or a different generation, at least. Yeah, art style is a little all over the place in Gen 2. It's D. I like Mantide. Mantide's cool. I don't... Where did I put it? Actually, you know what? B or A. B or A are fine with me. Fucking Skarmory, definitely an A tier. A tier or S. I could go either, but I'm gonna go A. If it had maybe an evolution or a mega evolution, maybe it would be S, but it's just kind of, it's there. It's cool. Like, it's a fucking metal bird. That's fucking awesome. It's basically a bird made of knives. Really fucking love that one. Houndour and Houndoom. Like, this little guy's cute. It's a little Doberman Pinscher. I think A for both of these, actually. I do like them. I think, taking the ears away from Houndoom was a mistake. I mean, they're basically hellhounds, but this one makes it look kind of more bull-like, if that makes sense. More bull or goat-like than dog-like. It's a little over-designed, but I actually think Mega Houndoom is as good as the rest of the line. Like, this thing's fucking cool. It's heavy metal as fuck. Like, you can't not like that. Kingdra. Kingdra's cool. But Kingdra is, like, an easy A or B. I think A. Danphy and Donphan, they're cool. Decent color palette. They do the thing where the color palette entirely changes instead of keeping, like, a little bit of a through or just, like, getting darker or something. I think that kind of docks it a little bit. They are very, like, simple silhouette Pokemon, too. Porygon Z. I mean, it looks like a rubber duck. Like, what can you say about it? It's smooth Porygon. It's like a C. It's kind of forgettable. It's not as memorable as Porygon, I don't think. Stantler is fine. It's a little ugly. I think it's fine. It's a little forgettable, a little meh. I think it's a solid B tier, though. Smeargle. Smeargle's another one that I really like, but it's so plain. I want to put it in B, but I honestly think it's a C. Tyrogue and Hitmontop. Again, I really love the concept of the split evolutions. I think that's something you should honestly bring back. These two do not look related to its line. This one kind of does. It kind of has some of the same design elements as, like, Hitmonlee, and but I don't think it's as great. Honestly, I think both of these are D. Maybe Tyrogue could go up a little bit, but Smoochum. This is another one that I hate for no reason. I have no reason to hate this thing, I just do. Elekid, it's alright. It fits the theming of its line. That whole line is a little bit of a mess, though, honestly. I think it's a solid, like, B or C. It could go in either. I like it a little bit. Magby. It's cute, but it doesn't have anything else going for it. So I think C is fair. Oh god. Milk Tank. Does anyone else really hate this thing because of fucking Wendy? Entire generation of people that have a fucking PTSD to the move rollout. Milk Tank looks so weird, man. Like I don't want to place it too low. It's a D. It's a fucking D. Like you know what it is, but I think the fact that it's like kind of fleshy pink kind of just makes it a little too weird, man. Blissey. It's like you can tell exactly what line this is from because nothing else looks like it, but I think Blissey's a solid B. Alright, the 3 legendary Bs. Raikou. I mean, these are really well designed. You can tell what types they are just by looking at them. Entei is a little bit sketchier. Like, this could be a ground type. Honestly, ARS. They could go in the ARS tier. I think they're going in S tier because I also really fucking love all 3 of these. I think Entei is probably my favorite. I do love Suicune as well. But it's alright. Good, well-designed Pokemon get their design across pretty well. Larvitar is really good. I think it's an A. Like, solid A tier. Pupitar looks like it should fucking be in a different... It's an F tier. I don't like it at all. It so does not look like the rest of its line. And Tyranitar is... Actually, no. For me, they're both S tiers. Like, I love the first stage. You can tell that they're related. Even, like, fucking Tyranitar has a little bit of Pupitar in it as well. It's a good, like, through line. Oh, God. I think they're solid A tier, I think, across the board, but for me, they're S tier. That's a personal choice, but I don't think anyone's particularly going to disagree with me that much. Fucking... Mega Tyranitar is too much. Yeah. It loses some of the things. It doesn't feel like a natural evolution. I mean, it's not a natural evolution of it, but it loses some of that, like, fucking Tyranitar-ness. And I think that docks it down quite a bit. I actually think it's a C, to be honest. Alright. Lugia is an S tier. And so is Ho-Oh, honestly. Celebi goes... I fucking love... Celebi also goes in S. Fuck it. I love all the legendaries from the Shin. Like, all 6 of them are great. Really well designed. I do think Lugia is kind of harder to figure out, to be honest. Like... I mean, there's nothing that screams psychic type about this, particularly. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying all of these, like, deep dives into, like, every, like, generation. You notice so much more about the, like, designs of the Pokemon. You can kind of see the differences in certain artists that worked on it as well. Like, there's definitely a lot of these that you can tell are made by the same person. This gen specifically, like the first gen, they were figuring it out. Like the first 2 gens actually, they were very much figuring it out. And some of these don't feel like the fit. Like it has no theming. Like the first game was like mostly like common animals or like common or based off of like common RPG enemies. This one doesn't have that, like, through line, and I think it's why this particular gen, while having a lot of really good Pokemon, is a little bit more forgettable. Yeah, leave your opinions about this, like, gen and its Pokemon, and I would love to read through them in the comments, quite frankly. But either way, I think I'm going to leave this video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully. Bye-bye.